Good morning, everyone. Today is December 31st, 2021, and I'm here to show you what I've done for the last 10 days. It's been 10 days since you've seen me, and first of all, I want to tell you what I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for different generations and their points of view. I was around, I was around more people than I'm used to being around, and their thoughts on things and frame of reference for everything is very different from mine because most people were a good bit younger. I think Bill and myself were the oldest ones at the Christmas celebration, so it is refreshing to be around different ways of thinking. Anyway, that's what I'm grateful for, the generations and getting to visit with them. It's good. So, let me show you what I've worked on. First of all, I determined the width. It's going to be this wide. My table runner for my buffet in my kitchen. It will be ironed, and it'll look a lot better blocked and ironed when I'm finished crocheting it. Like, these aren't laying very pretty, but they will when I take care of it. So it's pretty. I like it. I like crocheted items, especially doilies and, all that kind of stuff. It just, I don't know, cozy stuff. So anyway, the goal that I had for the end of the year was to finish Prairie Schooler Santa. And I'm on my way, and I'm not that far from it, but I don't think I'm going to make it today because I do have some other things to attend to. Phone calls and cooking and no cleaning, except cleaning up your mess from cooking. But, not a ton, but I may not just get loads of time today to finish this up. But let me show you where I'm at. This, I just need to do the boot, bring that boot back up, and then I'll just need to do the other leg, and then Santa will be done, and then I got to do this stitching. I think I've got some of that stitching. Yes, I have some of that stitching, but a lot of back stitching in here. The words, I do put the words. I follow the pattern precisely, and I always put the border too. A lot of people just stitch the motifs and they don't necessarily back stitch the border and the words, but I'm going to. And I don't know if I told y'all last time, but I bought a paper cutter that I'm excited about using. I hope for 2022 to be a year where I fully finish items, and I have an idea about how to use the WIPGO numbers to get some fully finishing done, like add to my board, fully finish this item, from under the bed. So I hope to get more fully finished items ready for display in my home, and I'm looking forward to 2022. I'm hoping everybody stays healthy in my family and in your family, and that you stay healthy, and that 2022 is a year of moving on. We're weary, aren't we? But anyway, So good to see y'all again. I hope to check in soon. I want to thank everybody that has commented on my videos. Some of you are not going through the best of times right now, and my heart goes out to you. And I always read your comments right away. I may not be where I can reply to them because I get interrupted a lot during the day, and I can't think, and it does take me longer to reply than I think it does most people. I rethink everything over and over and over again. But anyway, I will reply to you. Sometimes in the beginning it's just a heart, and then I'll get around to posting my message to you. I do appreciate everybody that comments. I always read them. I'm always so grateful to hear from y'all. Please tell me what you're working on if you desire to share with somebody. I love to see what other people are working on. And today, Dina with Half Stitch Cross Stitch has posted a video. So I asked Mom, I said, Mom, can we watch that this morning after I take care of something for her? I'm going to sit down and watch Dina on the big screen at Mom's TV. Mom's TV. So anyway, we'll watch it together. So I will talk to y'all later. And y'all have a happy new year and safe new year. And I'll check in with you later on so I can tell you that again. Talk to you later. Bye. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Today is January 7th, 2021. And I'm here to give you an update on my stitching. But first, let me start with what I'm grateful for. I am grateful for a sense of home. It's been about a week since I was able to pop on here and do an update because we had a death in the family. And my mother, my brother, and my sister-in-law and I traveled out of state to attend the funeral. And it was held in my mom's hometown, like where she was born. And she has deep roots there. But things had changed so much that she didn't even feel like she was home. So my reaction to sadness is usually to try and find out where the comfort is. And the comfort was that, home is not necessarily a place because they've changed. And when people pass away and your home doesn't feel like home because you're missing somebody, who you're around in the present starts to feel more like, okay, I'm home when I'm with this person, or I'm home when I'm in my home that I live in now. And I told my mother, I said, well, the good thing is that when you get home, you will feel like this is your home now. It will feel more like home, and you will just feel so happy you're home. It's taken her a few days to acclimate back to. She still says it feels strange to her, and I think that's a byproduct of aging, and it's just going to take her longer to readjust to all the chaotic goings on around her, involved in putting her in a car, packing all her belongings, getting her ready in a strange place, and going somewhere where she was supposed to know her surroundings, and it looking totally different. So what I'm grateful for is a feeling of home. And when I walked in to my home and my husband was here And my house is still decorated for Christmas, where I put a lot of work into, and I enjoy that so much. And my house smelled like a Christmas tree because we hadn't got our Christmas tree down. I felt so happy to be home. So the feeling of home, whether you're in your childhood home and you have deep, deep roots, or whether you have kind of shallow roots, but you still have that feeling of comfort that you're home. It's like that's what is good about life. So anyway, that's what I'm grateful for. And I want to show you my progress on my stitching. I got a little bit of time before we left to stitch, and then I have stitched a little bit yesterday and a little bit the day before. And I want to show you where I am on my Prairie Schooler Santa. This was a goal to be finished by the end of the year, but I didn't quite make it. So that's okay. Life happens. And so I think last time I showed you, I had a little bit more of the boot to do. So I proceeded to stitch this, the tail, and now I'm working on the wolf or fox. I think it's a fox. But so I finished that boot, worked on that, finished that leg, finished the tail, and now I'm working on the rest of the fox. And I will be hoping to finish this up soon. I do not have my WIPGO. I haven't had a chance to work on my WIPGO board, but I plan on doing that probably this weekend sometime. I also have to deconstruct my decor and get the tree out of the house because, you know, it's dry now, so we need to get that disposed of. And so I have a lot to do in a short amount of time before I need to spend most of my time in my mother's house. So my plans for my WIPGO are to use the board in a way to use the numbers called in a way to finish projects that are under the bed. And then I also do plan to use it to cut down, get some progress on some whips. So I might call it FFO Go, or WIPGO. I may make two different boards. I may combine them. Anyway, I know the numbers called for January were 2 and 19. And even though I don't have my board yet, I may say number 2, I'm cheating a little bit, is to finish Prairie Schooler Santa. And number 19 I may make to finish Sleigh Ride or something. I don't know what I'm going to do. Traditional sleigh. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I am going to flesh that out, and I will be happy to share my plans with you as soon as I get them ready for you to see. Anyway, y'all have a good day and happy stitching, and thank you for allowing me to pop on here when everything's not perfect, you know. So I will talk to y'all later. Bye-bye. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Laura. Welcome back to my channel about cross stitch. Today is January 9th, 2022, and it's cold and rainy. I'm looking out the window, and I think that's still rain. I don't think it's cold enough to snow, but excuse me, I sure wish it would. I love snow. We saw some snow on our way home from my aunt's funeral, and you know, it brightened our mood. We were not in any danger or anything. Like, the roads were really good, but we saw some snow, and I took a couple of pictures of my family, and you know, so I'm glad to have that in the background. It's pretty snow. So what am I grateful for today? I'm grateful for happy accidents, for not getting something done that I had planned to get done yesterday. I spent a lot of time with my mom and brother and his wife, just by wanting to go over there and visit a little while. I went over there, and we ate some soup that I had in the refrigerator. And I brought some Texas toast, and I fixed a salad, so we had, you know, a nice lunch together, and then we just talked a lot, and time got away from me, but I came home in the afternoon, and it wasn't long before my son-in-law called and said, "Do y'all want to meet us at the Waffle House?" And I said, "Yeah, that sounds good." So we had, I had a waffle, and Bill had some eggs and stuff, but I love the Waffle House. And they drove about 30 minutes to our neck of the woods. And then the kids wanted to come to our house, and I had still had, because I had spent so much time at my mom's, I had still had my Christmas decorations up. So my grandchildren got to see the tree lit up, and it's smelling like a Christmas tree, and they loved it. And, you know, so it is definitely time for that tree to come down, but I'm not going to worry about it this afternoon. I'm just going to stitch. I worked on my WIPGO board, and that's what I want to show you. It's not fancy, but I wanted it in a notebook so I could just slip it in my project bag and see. The numbers called for January were 2 and 19. So whenever numbers are called, I'm going to tell you what I'm doing. But I have combined with my whips, my whips with my FF things that I need to fully finish from under the bed, and also to get the Advent Animal series completely finished this year. I think this is going to work. I may have bitten off too much, you know, more than I can chew, but I really want to push for these goals. I know it'll help. The numbers called were 2 and 19, and on my WIPGO, I've got, let's see, let me just read it first. Christ's love, to work on that for 5 hours, to FFO, Tiny Tidings, all 5 of them. It shouldn't take long. I have a paper cutter and the sticky board, and I've got some fabric, so I think I'll be okay to do that. And to do the year of celebration, my hands-on design, I did that monthly series last year, but I didn't FFO it, and I want to FFO those monthly series. And I also have to FFO Peter Polar Bear. That is under, of the Advent Animals, Burt's Books Advent Animals, that's under number 2. Number 19, I have to stitch on Larry the Lion and finish that, and finish my 2021 Prairie Schooler Santa. But I'm not going to try and FFO I am going to FFO Larry Lyon, but I want to put it on another number to FFO that Prairie Schooler Santa. I got it under number 15. But anyway, I do have to FFO something my daughter stitched for my mother. It's a hummingbird design. So I want to show you all that. So I'm going to search for that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I put my glasses on so I can see, but I think I rounded up everything. But I've shown y'all these before, but there's 5 of them. These are the tiny tidings that I want to FFO, and they were called under number 2. And Peter Polar Bear, let me find him. I want to FFO him. Number 2, day 2. And a year of celebration, the hands-on design in the monthly, the monthly calendar things. And I was going to FFO the month we were in, like 1 through 12, just FFO January. If it's called in January, finish it. But I think I'm going to finish whichever month I want to. I'm just going to pick, and I think I'm going to finish February so I can display it next month. And but I need to get all 12 of those done, and I got places for them. Let's see, that's number 2. Oh, and I'm going to show you what I want to fully finish. Number 19, I'm going to be FFOing something my daughter had for my mom. I know I brought it in here. Hang on. Sorry, I had to scramble around and look for this. They were behind my back. But my daughter stitched this for my mother. She's a big fan of hummingbirds. And, so my daughter did that, and she asked me to fully finish it for her. But there's her stitching. And it's on the Kids Reds and fabric. It's a pale blue, and my mom's favorite color is blue, so I think she's gonna love this. I think I need to wash it and iron it real good and everything to fully finish it, but she had purchased a frame, a little 5x7 frame, and I think it's gonna fit perfectly in there. And I've just got to do it for her. So I put it on my board so I would do it. So I did it. It was called number 19. I kind of made the first month fit, like I made the board after the numbers were called. So things that I really wanted to get done this month, I just put on, under 2 or 19. I can't remember what I've shown you now, but I think I showed you the monthly. Okay, well, now let's talk about what I'm going to do for WIPs. Because I'm using my board primarily for fully finishing items, I am going to be real easy on myself in the WIP department. It's real hard for me because I'm a process stitcher, I think, more than, I do love the final object. That's why I want to fully finish everything, but I like to stitch so much I don't want to take the time. Once I push through that, I enjoy having those items to display because, my decor is not minimalist and it's not fancy. It's kind of on the countryside. so it fits really well with that. And so I want to display everything I'm stitching. It's Larry Lion, and I think he's the 19th in the Advent Animals, but this is my start, and I'll insert a picture of the pattern, you know, what it's supposed to look like, but that's my start, and my goal is to FO that, and let me see if it's to FFO. Yes, FFO this, and finish it, and then FFO it. So I'll have 2 Advent Animals to fully finish. I'll have Peter Polar Bear and then Larry Lion. Peter Polar Bear is already stitched. The other thing that I want to finish stitching is something I've been showing you, but I haven't picked it up. I think I worked on it Friday, but not Saturday, just in case I haven't shown you where I'm at yet. I'm going to show you where I'm at. This, the goal is to FO this, not FFO, but FO this. You know, so I got some white in and under there, and his legs, I'll have to put his dark feet. He's got dark feet. And then the bird. And then I'm to the back stitching. Mostly, I got to do his ears. And the black part of his eye. And I think that's just 1 stitch. And maybe 2 or 3 stitches for the nose. Let's see. 2 stitches for the nose. So, not much to finish the fox, and then I'm going to proceed to the back stitching. This is the 2021 Santa. It had been my goal to get it done before the end of the year, but life happens and that didn't work out. So I'm working on it now, and then I have to fully finish that some other time, you know, so I won't be FFOing that. But another thing that I'm going real easy on myself is to put in 5 hours on Christ's Love. I'm going to pause it so you don't hear crinkling, and I'm going to take my glasses off. So I took my glasses off because I don't need them anymore. But it's Christ's Love by Stony Creek, and my mother likes this, so I want to get this stitched. I'm hoping I can find a little charm. I may contact Stony Creek, look on Stony Creek's website and see if they have that little charm. If not, I'm sure I can find something. It's a little cross. But I love this piece. It's monochromatic, kind of abstract, unless you stand far back. That's how far I am. And my mother likes it, so it's going to be a gift for her. And I want to get this done. So but I am taking it easy on myself on this. I'm only doing 5 hours on it. But if I get all these things fully finished and I have some time at the end of the month, I'm going to push for a finish on this. I don't think 5 hours is going to do it. In fact, I know that the way I stitch, it won't do it. So, that's why I didn't put that I was pushing for a finish on this. You know. So anyway, that's my WIP plans for the numbers called for 2 and 19 on WIPGO. Those are my WIP plans, my FFO plans. Pretty much going to keep me busy. So, I hope if you're, you know, whatever you're stitching on, please drop me a line and tell me what you're stitching on. I like to just Google the patterns, see if I can find it. I think I want some frosted pumpkin stitchery and some Satsuma Street stitchery and some different patterns that I don't have. I don't have a ton of patterns, so I would like to branch out and get exposed to other designers, and you know, but I love what I'm working on. I love all my WIPs. I've only retired one. Last year I retired my grandson's stocking. It was a Dimensions kit, and I was just feeling like he's going to be grown before I get that done. The way I can stitch, it's put it down, pick it up, put it down, pick it up. It's not, you know, I don't have just a ton of time to stitch. And when I'm home, for some reason, unless it's a weekend, I don't want to stitch at night. I like stitching at my mother's house, which, you know, is good for both of us, because I'm very content to keep her company and watch the Waltons and cook and, you know, just be with her. So stitching is providing me with what I need to be happy at my mother's house and not running around everywhere, and just being very content at home. So anyway, I hope y'all are doing good. I will talk to you maybe tomorrow. I may just go ahead and post this because I think the videos are going to be long, and I want them in manageable bite-sized pieces because I'm used. If I post, you will see me soon. If I don't, I'll pop in again tomorrow. So I'll talk to you later. Bye, y'all.